You've probably heard one of the following. Buy this course and you'll be a millionaire within the next 6 months. Drop shipping will make you rich. Invest £500 a month to retire early and buy this course to be financially free. But the advice that you're getting online probably isn't correct. And look, I run a finance channel too. I talk about investing, saving, budgeting, crypto, the whole lot. But the difference is that I want to be transparent about actually what builds wealth long term, how to make money and what actually works. There's no point in selling a pipe dream and saying that if you buy this one thing, you're going to be a millionaire, because that's just not the truth. Today, I'm going to talk about simply what finance YouTubers don't talk about and what to look out for and how to get your information. Now, why should you listen to me in the first place? I don't actually have a good answer for that. I think trust your gut and do your own research, because this isn't financial advice. It's more advice about how to spot bad financial advice. So first up, most advice that you'll see online is too generic. YouTubers and TikTok accounts and online courses, they'll talk about how to make money for one way. It's too linear. So for example, someone in London earning £150,000 doesn't need the same financial plan or guidance as somebody that is living in rural Somerset with crippling debt, kids, and working 2 jobs on £28,000. And the second thing that nobody likes to talk about is that influencers get paid when you copy their advice. Here's this app that I use to invest, or here's a discount code when you buy this product. Now, I'm not against affiliate links at all. I think they're great and great for YouTubers and great for people offering value to make a living. But again, you deserve to know that the advice that you're getting from finance creators is genuine. And what's really upsetting for me as a finance YouTuber, I guess, is that when other creators don't tell you about the affiliate links or don't disclose actually that they're part of a project or they're earning commission should you click on their link. But I should use that product myself. It shouldn't be just something that I'm trying to sell to everybody else to make myself money. And another thing is downplaying risk. If you start a business, there is a risk associated with that. If you invest your money into a stock, there is a risk associated with that. And online, you see the wins every day, how I turned £1,000 into £10,000. I bought this crypto coin and it went up and you should do the same. But nobody talks about the losses, right? Everybody's very quick to jump on, this is how I made money and you should do it too. Click my link. We don't talk about the tax bills or the portfolio that went to zero. And if you're new to investing, this can be tough to navigate. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. If you're watching videos like mine, you might think, oh, okay, well, this is exactly what I need to do. But again, like, we have to think critically and go, actually, what is going to be beneficial to me in the long term? But building wealth is hard. It takes time, consistency, energy, focus, dedication. And it's also really boring. There's a culture now online where it feels like everybody's trying to get shortcuts towards building wealth. And unfortunately, it doesn't work. Yes, in some very rare cases it might, but overall, building wealth takes time, consistency, and dedication. Now, this is an awkward topic, but most of the people that you're listening to, including myself, aren't actually qualified. Not regulated, not certified. There's no third-party governing body that says this person is a financial advisor and you can heed their advice. This doesn't mean that what the creator's saying is wrong or incorrect. It just means that they're not regulated by a financial authority. What it does mean is that there's no accountability. If I was to tell you something now like, go and buy this coin and you'll be a millionaire, you could go and buy that coin. Now, if it goes to zero, all of a sudden you've lost your money. And I'm not held accountable for that. A lot of the time, creators will be an echo chamber of what someone else has said. For example, you have really popular YouTube channels that will give advice, and then smaller YouTube channels will then just copy that advice, repackage it, and put it out as their own content without actually knowing what they're talking about. And that's really, really dangerous, because you don't know these people. You're just trusting that their advice is correct. My advice is that if you wouldn't trust your friend to run your retirement account or your personal finances, don't trust some person on TikTok. Do what I do, not what I say. It's an old saying that essentially means that if I tell you to do something, but I'm not doing that thing, then don't do it. I also think that creators leave out a lot of the boring stuff, but it's the stuff that actually works, right? So pensions and ISAs and tax efficient saving wrappers, all the things that actually generate wealth, creators seem to leave out because it's not sexy, it's not fun. Now, I've done the sexy stuff, right? I've bought the crypto coins that have gone up and made loads of money. I've invested in the IPO that, only a few of us got to know. But the real results came from the boring stuff. It came from the paying into my pension every month. It came to allocating money towards my ISA. It came to trying to gain a promotion at work and all those sort of things, right? They're the things that actually build wealth long term. Now, I'm a massive advocate for Bitcoin, for crypto in general. I think that there is massive scope for innovation within the space. And I do believe over the next 6 years, we're going to see massive changes within the traditional finance industry. But I've done so much research into it and I'm fairly aware of what I'm buying and I have a long-term plan with it. But if your barber or your friend or you know someone at your football club and they're suggesting, buy this token because my friend knows about it, that's just a recipe for disaster. So what are the takeaways? What should you realistically be doing? And how do you protect yourself from losing out on money and actually building wealth long term? Follow creators that help you think and not just copy. If they're getting you to critically think about a subject and giving you some information that was new and that you can put into practice, that's a good starting point. Check for red flags and context of non-disclosure. If there's no risk disclosures, if they're not talking about the bad points as well as the good points, and it all seems too good to be true, just be careful. Another thing is always ask yourself the following question: does it actually make sense for my life? Again, the first point that we spoke about is that people's situations are totally different. My situation will be different from yours and yours from the next person. Now, one person's general advice probably isn't going to be adopted by every single person watching. It might give them some advice, but they're not going to be able to put it into practice. I created this channel to be able to talk about my passion and things that have worked for me over the last decade. If you've got to this point in the video, you might be asking, why should I listen to you and why should I listen to your advice about advice? And my response is, I've built this channel because I'm passionate about finance and personal finance. I have done a lot of research over the last 10 years into my own finance to essentially pull myself out of a really tough financial situation to somewhere where I'm now quite comfortable. My advice for me essentially is, don't just get all your information from one source. Go to different channels, fact check it, use online AI models, build a general understanding of what maybe my content talks about. And I think transparency in the world of finance is huge. I'm not here to gain anything other than talk about something that I'm interested in, try and help people, and try and make a little bit of money along the way, just because I love this space. And if I can have an intelligent conversation with yourself or someone else behind the camera, that's what I'm trying to do. So if you're not already subscribed, consider subscribing. If you think that some of the advice or some of the things I speak about is interesting to you, then this might be a channel that you want to follow. But again, be wary out there. Don't take all advice from everyone as gospel truth, and protect yourselves, because at the end of the day, no one's coming to save you. In the comments, let me know what is the best piece of financial advice that you've ever received. My name's David. This has been Wealth Fund 21. Thanks for watching, and don't believe the hype.